Mm. What is this funky beat they got in my ears, bro? Hold on. Okay. They got me. We're playing Vampire. Uh, Vampire. It's a long title. It's like Vampire, the Crusader Escape or something like that. The beat just keep kicking in and out. Alright, my fault. It's just 3 o'clock, I can't get loud. I don't know anything about this game. All I know is it's a visual novel type, and I be making choices. That's all I know. Choose my clan. Excuse me? Clan? It's not Black History Month. The rabble rebel against power and rage against authority. A seemingly insignificant man with significant ideas will join their ranks tonight. Okay, that sounds like me right there. The man don't really mean much, but got a lot to say. Okay. The aristocratic blue bloods embody wealth, sovereignty, and control. A top-level corporate executive will join their ranks tonight. Okay, I'm not that. That's not me. This name's crazy. The divas seek thrills of art, romance, and cruelty. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to just go with the Yakuza. Choose my name, Eric. Come on, bro. My name is not Eric. You know. This beat in my ears is it's making me act up, bro. Okay. Hold on now. You just jumping straight into it. New York taught me to believe in fate. Had you asked me about fate back when I was a human, I would have told you it's just superstitious bullshit. And weird all the designers of our own destinies. It's 3 o'clock, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me for the read. That belief shattered when the richest woman. It's 3 o'clock. That belief shattered when the richest woman in the United States, the actual richest one, not a face you could have seen in the papers, of course, sank her teeth deep into my neck. It happened in the very same place you're standing in, right? Right now, by the way, fate. You decided. Okay. Come on, bro. I gotta lock in. Please, there's absolutely no need to be hostile. Just listen a little longer. See, my mistake was that I flew too close to the sun. It makes sense that my punishment was never to see its glow again. That's a hard ass line. That's a hard ass line. Incandescent? I was incandescent myself. I was hot shit. Had it all. Money, looks, confidence, connections, men, women, a career, and a spark in my eye. The one you need to be born with. And that's when someone far more powerful than me saw my radiance and thought, that won't do. She robbed me of the light erupting from within and gave me a subtle, enduring gleam in this place. She decided that would fit me much better. She was a 9th generation kindred just like you. An apex predator. He said apex. Y'all seen the Revenant? Oh my god, bro. Please tell me that the leaks is fake. An apex predator. She probably enjoyed teaching me the peak of human excellence, my real place in the food chain. It's such an eyesore when you look it's such an eyesore when you look at some loud-mouthed braggarts and see them for all they really are. The temptation to teach them a lesson can be unbearable, right? Well, my sire's lesson was a lesson of fate, about fate. A message saying you're eternally doomed to be at the mercy of your sovereigns. It almost drove me to destroy myself. What saved me was the inability. God damn! Hold on, bro. What saved me was the ability to. What saved me was the ability to reinterpret her teachings. Hers wasn't a message of doom, it was a message of hope. Fate exists, and one can shape it if given the right tools. My sire didn't believe my tools were fitting for the job. She considered them toys, and me? Just her amusing subject. Well, she's deader than dead now, and I'm still here, standing right where she stood when we first met. You might have wondered how I've learned about your arrival to JFK Airport. My answer is, of course, destiny. As luck would have it, today happened to be a day some of my associates were inspecting the coffins. Okay. Driving you here straight from the plane and having you wake up in such an unfamiliar place was a little desperate. And I do apologize for that. But it is so rare for you to visit New York 3 times in the last 15 years, was it? And you're never eager to inform me you're here. I understand you still have that meeting on 53rd Street later tonight, so I'll provide a comfortable transport. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think while I'm reading, because I'm not understanding what this nigga's talking about at all. But I mean, I just started the game, so. I value our relationship very much, don't get me wrong. But it is precisely because I value it that I'm going to ask you to repay the favor you owe me. You're the only one I trust to do the job well and without attracting attention. You might think I'm crazy asking you to breach the rules of our society like this. You might think it's impossible to get away with it unpunished. But this is New York, and I don't know about any other cities. But in this one, they really exist. And right now, you're smiling in your favor. This is how it begins. The music is pounding and your pulse is keeping pace. This is one of those nights that makes you feel alive, even though it started with you feeling dead. First came the messy breakup, then the realization you have nobody to talk to about how much you sucked. Still, you decided to roll with the punches. One Facebook search for local events later, and you found just a thing for your short subway ride, and you find yourself at a club just outside Dumbo. Not a fancy one, mind you, more like a slightly refurbished warehouse. Babe, at least the drinks are cheap. The DJ seems to really know his shit too. Alternating between cutting-edge industrial techno and classic Detroit crowd pleasers, expertly filling out everyone's mood. An hour passes, then 2. Usually you feel awkward coming to a place like this alone, but tonight you find something soothing and joining the crowd, blending in, even as you allow the beat to take over. Yours, other people's, soaks through your shirt and pants in a matter of minutes. Okay. A thought pops into your head. From the outside, the fully packed club must seem like a stuffy, smelly nightmare. But here, in the thick of it, it becomes exhilarating. You're not even on a pill tonight, okay? There's this Latina chick whose curves are accentuated by the light dress clinging to her body, and she keeps bumping into you. Something tells you only seems incidental. Yeah, it's a good night. You wish it could last forever, because you know all too well what the next day holds. Waking up, getting dressed for work, the commute, the 9 to 5 grind that will make you just enough money to pay the rent and keep living in your overpriced shithole of an apartment. And with Jessica moving out, it'll all be coming out of your pocket. You run some quick calculations in your head and immediately come to regret that you did. Never mind, you spot the Latina again. She is now next to another guy, hitting it off. Your chance of not going to bed alone, gone. Just like that. Fuck. Your mood temporarily shot down. You leave the dance floor and stumble your way into the filthy bathroom. You take a look in the mirror and start to wash your face obsessively, over and over again. Before the game just turned Slender Man, like a voice from the past echoes in your mind. So this is Jessica? She looked Russian. Is that bad to say? I've never felt like this with anyone. Seriously, I mean it. I feel like all of my relationships at this point were test runs, a shitty way to compensate for my low self-esteem. Ah, is bro going through his first breakup? Been there. But this feels right. Finally. Shut up, Jess. This was the craziest fucking day of my life. God, I need to smoke. Pass me a light. What do you mean? I can't take myself seriously, yo. What do you mean? Cops took the lighter? There's one in your mouth. What? Hold on, wait a minute. What'd that mean? That could have meant a lot of things. Just shut the hell up. This is not you. Not anymore. So is this me talking to Jessica? I'm thinking that this is the narrator dude, like cutting back and forth between like reality and imagination. Okay. Oh, fuck off. This is so like you. Wait, is that... I'm not getting it. Okay. This is so like you. Acting like some sort of Clint Eastwood wannabe when I really, really need you to open up. You think you're impressing people with this tough guy act? Fuck you. I know how broken you really are. You need therapy. Yeah, now that sounds like the Jessica today. You raise your head and look in the mirror. You try to smile, but all you can muster is a self-pitying grin. And there she is, the Latina from before. So I'm in the women's bathroom. Am I Jessica? She said you look like you need a drink. You hesitate for a second or two, and then blurt out a surprisingly enthusiastic, yeah. You start to talk. It quickly becomes evident that she's into politics and you are eager to please. Man, as soon as she would have brought up the stock market, I would have... I wouldn't have done anything. I would have listened. I got a plan, you know? I gotta, you know? You might be a corporate drone, but you spend a lot of evenings reading theory, actual theory, not bastardized Twitter cliff notes, and organizing for all manners of causes online. So the only reason I didn't like completely blow her off when she started talking about politics is because I am also a political type of person. The status quo sucks. There must be something better. She agrees. You seem to subscribe to the same progressive political theories, have compatible ideas about the DSA's missteps, even watch the same YouTube channels. Your goals are aligned. She's a bit more radical than you'd guess. You attended a few rallies, been to a few protests, but this girl sounds like she broke her share of faces and kicked more than a couple of cops in the nuts over the course of her activist career. Was she a Panther? Her zeal, her is infectious. She taps into pent-up anger that you didn't know you had. The noisy club stops working for you both, so you hit the streets. Oh, okay. Just as you're leaving, the DJ starts playing all the things she said by TATU. Tattoo? Tat-you? Tattoo. I don't know, bro. Okay, I'll listen to Tupac. Of course, you chuckle to yourself, trying not to slip into a bad headspace. She chuckles along with you. It's chilly outside, but soon enough, you find yourself too invested in listening to the girl's voice to care about anything else. You realize that you've been holding hands for a while. Okay, nigga, crazy. I was gonna take her home, but I don't want to. But the subway car is empty, save for a stoic middle-aged couple and a drunk staring intently at his own feet. Plenty of room to stretch out. Yet she sits right next to you. Really, you don't say. It's not like we walked here together or anything. You can feel a thigh pressing into yours, her breath on the side of your neck. Maybe it's the booze talking, but you distinctly hear your voice asking if she'd like to crash at your place. I've got a better idea, she says. At this point, you're down for anything as long as it lets you spend just a few more minutes with her. She takes you to a sleazy motel in the Bronx. Trading a few words with the balding, tired-looking guy at the front desk, he hands her a key. Still holding your hand, the woman leads you up to your stairs. The room you end up in is almost comically stereotypical, complete with flaking paint and a sticky floor. Not that it matters though, the moment you step through the door, she's on you. Isn't this how Jeffrey Dahmer killed his first victim? Bro, come on man. What is this? You try to take the lead, but she's having none of it. Before you know it, you feel the rickety bed pressing against her back. It's sloppy, fun, fierce, and not once does she lose the initiative. Hey, that's fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? You went out there with a game plan and you accomplished that game plan. Okay, you just broke up with your girl. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like, you know, go to work tomorrow. You trying to figure out how you gonna pay these bills. So your choice of your decision, go to a nightclub, pick up a fine ass Latina. I fucks with that, bro. I fucks with that mentality, for real. Your hands reach under her t-shirt. Strange. It didn't feel like she was cold outside, but now her skin feels eerily cool. As if sensing your confusion, she slaps your hands off of her. She a vampire. She kisses your neck. You're overwhelmed by the sensation. She's gonna bite. Darkness. She a vampire. I immediately would have said that in real life too. Put my hands on you and you're stone cold. Vampire. The taste of liquid fire and smoke on your tongue. A voice saying, "Sorry, kid. I did what I had to do to leave the city in one piece. But don't worry. With my blood and your principles, you're gonna do just fine." She slams the motel room door behind her as she leaves. You lie helplessly on the soiled, pungent mattress for some time. Minutes, hours, before you can focus enough to try and piece together your evening, it hits you. The big hunger. It grips you by the throat and makes your insides shrivel and tear it. It's an all-encompassing emptiness that throws you on all fours. So she bit me, turned me to a vampire. Got you. You crawl for a while, squirm on the floor with sundering pain, then jump to your feet and bust out the door. You black out. This isn't the room you saw when you last closed your eyes. Oh, is it like, cause now I'm a vampire, I'm like, it's like two souls in one body. There's me and then there's vampire in me. Is that it? Somebody curses at you. A small naked buff dude holding a sword. Hold on, wait a minute, huh? This shit got mad kinky. He throws a punch. He yells out several slurs. He hits you in the jaw. You black out again. What? Okay. The guy isn't moving anymore. There's blood on his neck. That is what it is. I'm blacking out when I'm a vampire. There's blood on his arms. There's blood on the floor. There's blood everywhere. Ooh, wow. Whoever did this is one sick puppy. Who wrote this game? Who made this game? This is bad kinky too bad. You realize you're sitting on top of his corpse. You hear a whimper. Someone else is there. A woman. Her arms are tied to the bed frame. An eye mask over her face, red marks on her back. Huh? Oh, okay. I was in somebody else's bedroom, and that nigga was actually getting kinky. That's why she had red marks on her back, and she was tied up. I'm a cockblock, bro. What? Come on, man. This is not me. Who is this? This ain't me. This time you see it happen. You want to stop, but can't. She almost manages to get a scream out, but it dies in her throat as you bite into the side of her neck. You drink blood. You're drinking blood. You could swear you feel her life force escaping her body, entering yours. Suddenly terrified, you tear away from her. She's not moving, but she's breathing. There's barely a mark on her neck. The guy on the floor, though? Okay, that's... wow. She turned into Doki Doki real fast. You double over in a spasm, realizing what you did. You feel like throwing up, but can only gag. Panic sets in as another realization dawns on you. Your heart is not beating. You put 2 fingers on your wrist, but feel no pulse. Same thing on the neck. Nothing. There's no breath coming out of your mouth. You have to get out. Get someone to call an ambulance. For yourself, at least. Probably too late for the dude on the floor. Did you really kill him? Look at this cool ass nigga, bruh. This nigga's name is definitely Victor. I guarantee his name is Victor. What a mess. You look up. You look up. The door to the room is ajar. A tall, handsome, broad-shouldered man fills the entire frame. He brushes an imaginary speck of dirt off his perfectly tailored suit. First choice of the game, okay. Call 911 out of the way, or this is not what it looks like. I would down. So this is me? This is actually like who I am? I didn't know that. I would have chose a whole different person. I would have been a girl. Hey man, this ain't what it looks like. That's good to hear, because from where I'm standing, looks like you were in a world of trouble. He surveys the room, not moving an inch from where he's standing. He shakes his head in mock concern. Murder. Assault. That's 25 to life if you're lucky. But since you're not, it's a death sentence. He takes a glance at his expensive-looking watch. Lucky for you, it's been a slow night. Otherwise, I might not have gotten here in time. Come on, the sun comes up in a few hours. You don't want to be around here when it does. Son, I need a doctor, or fuck you, I'm not going anywhere. Not this one, because I don't want to stay in a room with 2 dead bodies. I need a doctor? Yeah, I guess. Screw the sun, nigga. I need a doctor. That's what I was saying. I want to say man. He can't say man though. I don't think he a vampire. So do you think vampires got that pass? I'll give it to him. A doctor will do you about as good as an undertaker at this point. The man approaches you and starts talking. His tone remains unnaturally calm. Oddly enough, you find it both soothing and slightly unnerving. Now, listen to me. I know this is all new to you, but I've dealt with hundreds of strays like you. And going by experience, they tend to fall into two categories. First, they are the smart ones who carefully obey my every word and don't try to pull off anything stupid. Always get them where they need to be, safe and sound. And then there are the dumb ones. The punks who thought they could take me on. The wise guys who tried to contact somebody secretly and without permission. The troublemakers who tried to run off or make a scene. None of them got to their destination in one piece. In fact, most of them never reached their destination at all. His voice becomes slightly bored and monotone. You can tell he's given this speech before, likely dozens of times. So you see, while I generally consider myself pretty smart, I'm also a Mets fan. It's my one true weakness, one that inspired me to come up with a 3-strike system of dealing with pups like you. Can y'all stop calling me that, bruh? Please? What is the point in giving me a name and you gonna call me pup? I don't agree, bro. I don't consent. Stop. My fault. If you get on my nerves once or twice, well, understand. Not all of us perform well in stressful situations. But cross me 3 times, you're out. No excuses, no forgiveness, no mercy. As he's talking, he slowly approaches you, adding a bit of a theatrical swagger to his walk. Eventually he leans in, deliberately invading your personal space. You realize it's a test. He's daring you to do something about it. 3 strikes, and you're out. Nigga, hold on, man. No, I'm not saying that. You've never been too eager to bend the knee to anyone. But this is something else. This man's very presence instills a primal fear in your heart. Nigga, ain't no fear in my heart. What? Nigga, don't ever in your life try to press me like that again. Strike 1 and watch the language. Nigga, I'll say what I please. Strike 1, nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, what? Nigga, telling me, nigga, talking about, sir, I'll beat you. Moving on. Is there anyone you want to inform of your current situation? Told him you're alright. Like, he could have approached me in a completely different way. He could have been like, hey man, I know the deal, yo. You did some stuff you didn't mean to do. It happens. All you gotta do is follow my lead, and I get you there. Nigga over talking about call him sir. Nigga, He flashes his fangs briefly, and for some reason, the sight sends a chill down your spine. There's something very wrong about him. I don't like this character, bro. Why are you scared of this? This nigga. I don't like this character, bro. Give me a different character. Be dominant, bro. I like aggressive, assertive. You. Someone closest to you? My ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend, or lie to your ass. My ex-girlfriend. Jessica. My ex-girlfriend. She kinda hates my guts, but yeah, I suppose it would be her. The stranger gives you a puzzled look and decides to prod further. The closest person in your life hates your guts. Hey man, it happens, you know. We all get these type of situations. Hey, first of all, this nigga, now you gonna try to judge my lifestyle after you just tried to make a random man call you sir? Nigga, who are you to me? This time, something resembling a look of pity. Okay, my bad. He feel bad for me. He turns his eye to the corpse on the floor. When it rains, it pours, I suppose. Well, if you'd like to ruin her day and let her know you're alright, give me her phone number. I'll have someone take care of it. Discreetly, of course. You hand him your smartphone so he can copy the number from your list of contacts. Thank you. This will be useful in illustrating my next point. Instead of giving you back your phone, the man hides it in his pocket. Press him! Please! Oh my god. From this point on, you are subject to different laws than the ones you grew up under. You'll be watched by many eyes so certain laws are respected. You are forbidden from letting anyone know you're still alive. You're forbidden from showing your face anywhere they know you. If anyone comes looking for you, it's over for both of you. Oh my god. Okay. He interrupts his monotone recitation and stares deep into your eyes. So unless you want your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, to end up at the bottom of the Hudson, I suggest you cooperate. He probably displays his fangs again. You put Jess in danger. God. First bad choice, y'all. I can only hope that you care for her enough not to do anything selfish. His words are meant to imply otherwise, but by now, it's obvious. He hates your guts as much as you hate his. He's itching for a fight and you're almost willing to oblige. Thank you! Thank you, bruh. Defend yourself. Don't be calling this nigga sir. Alright, I think this is enough lecturing for today. We're on a bit of a schedule here. Now, I don't need to hurt you, but I can do so in a blink of an eye. Ooh, no, nigga, I'm so scared. I'm scared of a nigga with a perm. Like, just so that you, just so that we're clear, I have the authority to end you right here, right now. This is not an idle threat. So, are you going to play along, or do we have to do it the hard way? Look, I've already put my ex-girlfriend's life in danger. I'ma cooperate because I don't want her to get hurt. I would most definitely, if I didn't put her in danger, I don't really care about my life. I wouldn't hurt her because of me. So I'm gonna listen to the guy. But if she wasn't in this, if she wasn't in the, you know, the conversation, I would have beat this nigga. You weigh your chances, but it doesn't look promising. The guy's fit, determined, and looks like he means business. You, on the other hand, are confused, exhausted, and on the verge of a panic attack. Yeah, alright, nigga, just take me to the spot. He almost looks disappointed. Wise decision. Follow me, please. Close the door behind you. You take one final look at the woman who's just coming to, and the body on the ground. This is fucked. Absolutely fucked. You pull the handle and close the door. The man leads you downstairs. You contemplate signaling the ball guy at the front desk, but he's too busy watching some 90s action flick on a small, ancient-looking TV. He seems totally oblivious to your presence. You hear the dejected Jean-Claude Van Damme say, "I just want to go home, George." Your would-be kidnapper stops by the door and addresses you before opening it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, as soon as he opens the door, I'm making a run for it. Maybe I can outrun him. I'll save you the trouble. You can. You can either get inside my car and I'll get you to where you need to be, or you can try something stupid that you'll regret later. Do I make myself clear? You need to stop with this, like, want to be, like, intimidating, nigga. You're not scaring me. Like, what's this nigga? Talking about, call me sir. Do I make myself clear? Listen to my instructions. Shut up, bro. Let's call that half a strike. Don't push it. Nah, I'll beat you. It's like making me mad. He opens the door and gestures to a black Cadillac Escalade parked right outside the building. After you. I'm gonna get in the car, bro. I ain't gonna run for it. I already got like a strike and a half. I ain't gonna run for it. Following the stranger's instructions, you make your way to the car and get in the back seat. The door locks behind you. Inside, the Cadillac is almost entirely dark. The side windows seem light-proof. The man gets in the driver's seat, starts the engine, and drives away without another word. Did I die? Are we going to a hospital, or who are you? Who are you? Nigga, what's your name, bruh? I'm the ferryman, here to take you to the other side. I did die. He weighs his next words carefully. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not in the mood for wax poetic. About the state I'm not in the mood to wax poetic about the state you're in or my role in tonight's events. Just remember, if you want to survive the next 24 hours, you have to play along. Oh, now you want to talk to me like you got some fucking sense, like you weren't just in that apartment telling me to call you sir. Now he's gonna be like, if you want to survive, I'm gonna just say this is a nightmare. The stranger smirks. Understand that this is for your own good. Times being what they are, you should consider yourself lucky. You drive in silence for about 20 more minutes. As exhaustion catches up with you, the streetlights fade into a blur. Eventually, the car stops and the doors open. You emerge from your dreamlike state and find yourself in some kind of underground parking garage. You two are the only ones here. The man points to a nearby door. Go on in, make yourself comfortable. If you get hungry, again, take a look in the fridge. I'll pick you up tomorrow and you'll get your answers. Behind the door is a small room. No window is just a simple bed and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. A small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. I'm guessing I have to trust you. It took you this long to figure out? Not really, but nigga, you approached me incorrectly. Like, nigga, you don't know where I'm from. This nigga come up to me, dude. I'm sorry, bro. It's just, he just started off on the wrong foot, bro. Don't give me the option to kill him because he's dead. Remember when I said we were lucky? I meant it. See, my job is to get rid of problems, but I'm not always this polite about it. This time, I was specifically told to mind my manners. Oh yeah, mind your manners. So believe me when I tell you, considering how this night could have turned out, being stuck in here for a night is a really good deal. Now get in, or I'll throw you in. I ain't gonna try to escape. You step inside, the stranger nods. Good night. He closes the door behind you. It looks sturdy, but as he's locking it, you notice claw marks all over it. Looks like some previous guests weren't satisfied with their stay. You decide not to dwell on it and check the fridge. There's a single plastic bag there, filled with red liquid. No label. Tomato soup? It feels sick to your stomach. Just leave it for now. Nigga, that's blood. You lie down in the bed. It's a simple mattress on a metal frame. You can't help but think it looks exactly like the one back in the hotel with the bound woman. Oh, right. You killed the man tonight. Or did you? Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's all an elaborate prank to get with the club. Chess might have put her up to it. The tall guy's clearly in on it too. Now he's back with them and they're all laughing their asses off. You don't know what to think anymore. Your mind races, but you're too tired to keep it going. Finally, you tense up one last time before drifting away into oblivion. You wake up. That end itself is a surprise. You barely remember when you drifted off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, or like plummeting into an endless void. You imagine that's how death feels like. The room isn't changed. The lamp is still on. The AC is still rattling. The refrigerator is still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You slept for 17 hours straight. Maybe you died. Your breath is gone, and you feel no thumping in your chest. Does that qualify as dead if you're still conscious? You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing. You are hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling though. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, back of the head. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. You take a close look at it. If it is soup, then its color and texture are off. You pull the cork out, take a whip. You recognize the smell immediately. Holy shit. There's no mistaking it. It's bag blood. The smell is faint. You remember some situations in the past where you found it nauseating. Now it's almost... No, not almost. It is enticing. I'm gonna drink it. Simply because if I do get out of this room, I don't want to be super insanely hungry and then go and kill a random person. You know what I'm saying? It feels wrong, but right now, there's really anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour a bit of the liquid into your mouth. Tastes bland. Reminds you of cheap summer supermarket juice. Just enough flavor to register as what it claims to be on the box, but nothing like the real thing. Nothing like what you had the last time. Ew, why y'all do this out of my ear, bro? Come on. You swallow it. Somehow you don't feel sick. In a weird, messed up way, you can't help but think it feels nourishing. You take a few more sips. Stop! I don't want to hear that. And then just another one. Soak in the bag a little. Eventually you find that you've emptied it entirely. All 450 milliliters of it. Even with this blandness, you still feel like having more. You realize your body longs for that intoxicating high when you felt when the image of that corpse crosses your mind, causing you to wince. What have you become? You try to piece your thoughts together, make sense of it all. You hear the lock click and see the door open. Standing there is a wheelchair stranger you met yesterday. Immaculate suit again. That predatory look, like a hawk on a hunt, but somehow more relaxed tonight. It's like a tame talk, maybe? This nigga got the same fit on. You know he smelled crazy. Good evening. Step on. He notices the discarded, empty bag. I see you had a bit of a snack. Yeah, got any more? No. Don't expect sustenance to be this easy to find the next time. You heard that the next time, y'all. You heard that the next time. Come on, we got places to be. Your car is humming in the empty parking lot just outside the door of the cramped room we've spent the day in. The man motions to it, politely, but with a stern look on his face. Hijack the car. I'm trusting you, man. I'm touched, sincerely. You take the back seat again. The door is locked. The stranger takes the wheel and starts the car. You drive in silence for a while. Town to town, you keep trying to catch glimpses of familiar streets and landmarks through the blackened windows, but it's of little use. Cars also soundproof, so all you can hear is a bit of traffic humming in the car's engine. The driver doesn't say anything and seems to be focused on the road. You check the door handle. Yeah, the door is locked alright. The piece of dark glass separating you and the front of the car looks sturdy too. There's nothing left to do but wait. You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realize it now that you're hungry? No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need to start somewhere in your abdomen and especially your chest, throat, and back head. You try to extract some information. You try to extract some information out of the man behind the wheel, but you realize you prefer to bask in the afterglow of the last meal. You wouldn't have expected it, but you spend the rest of the trip lost in your thoughts. A lot of them concern blood. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get to your destination. Now the door opens. You try to get your bearings. You're still in New York. That much is certain. Queens, maybe? After me. You'll suddenly move in this place. You approach a nice-looking building that houses a two-story gallery called the Art Hall. Two large men in suits flank the doors on both sides, and they give you your companion a nod as you approach. Haunted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full, which is unusual at this hour, to say the least. About 24 faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guest's attention. The visitors are well-dressed, for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the walls, and the atmosphere is polite, and naturally so. Many guests turn to look at you and the stranger who brought you here. Their glances are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest of others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you, as if wishing to appraise your worth. The last time you felt like this was your previous job interview. It feels like being a piece of livestock. In fact, inspected from all sides for any imperfection, so your wage could be haggled down. It was dehumanizing. It made you feel dirty. When they called you the next day to offer you the job, you declined. Even when you're nobody, you become even less if you trade away your dignity for a paycheck. The memory makes you feel warmer inside, even now, although the state of your bank account never did. A woman. So what would her name be? She looks like Clarice. Patricia? Nah, she ain't a Patricia. Good evening, what? Kadar? Kadir? Good evening, Kadir. It's you, child. The noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand. The gallery. A crowd of strangers. You being brought here against your will? For what purpose? The room awaits your response. Good evening, miss. Excuse me, what? Good evening. You are addressing the Prince of New York City, Helen. You are addressing the Prince of New York City. Helen Penhard. Child of Michaela? Thank you, my sheriff, but I'm capable of introducing myself. Prince. Prince? She is somewhat plain looking and doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm, but still the entire room is intently focused on her voice. She's an influence over these people, that much is clear. You may address me as Prince, child. Prince, though. Why Prince? Is she a he? Not assuming, of course, but I'm used to Prince being men. But I'm not saying that women can't be princes, bro. Stop. Look, I realize your introduction on life was abrupt, and I understand your sire left shortly after. The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for the transgression. Why? What did I do? What? I get punished for being bitten against my will? A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience. But I'm willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. Right, punish me? For what? The sins of the father, so to speak. We have certain rules. One of them is that it is unlawful to create progeny without the prince's approval. My approval. Your sire never bothered to ask for it. You're about to be judged by the court of New York City. Career. Please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. Court. Prince? Is this some kind of secret society make-believe? A trusted informant who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found him gone, but this fledgling remained in her place. The hunger made him savage, a prostitute, and his client in a Bronx brothel belonging to one of the ministry. I've already spoken to what are these names? Sansaric about this and made sure to blow over. The fledgling proved to have quite the nerve and unruly tongue. Surprisingly enough, he offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the safe house. I was pleased to not have to force his compliance. We had a quick chat, but wishing to appear here post-haste, I urged him to join me, which he did without struggle. Again, pleasant departure from my usual routine. His story is partially slaked with the bag of blood we kept in the safe house. He had a pleasant enough drive here. The story, so if I didn't drink that bag of blood, I would have probably just jumped out of the car and dated somebody. The story ends with us arriving at Elysium tonight. All eyes are on you again. Tupac, you said Tupac? My fault. You take a special interest in one of the faces. It's a beautiful woman, with curly, almost blood-red hair, and a dress to match. Is there whisper to some bespectacled man with an absent-minded look on his face? Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, Kadar. I take note of this fledgling's behavior and will take it into consideration later. Yeah, please take note that I did not, resist any of his. The only thing I really resisted was him telling me to call him sir. I'm not doing that. So like, please just realize that I'm a good boy. She turns her attention to you. First, there's a matter with you, sire. There's a matter with your sire. The person who brought you where Kadar picked you up from last night. Who were they? A feisty woman, a Latina woman, very radical. Unless she convincingly lied to me, she was special, extraordinary. She had fire, conviction, temper. She seduced me, easily in fact. Made me think she wanted me. I fell for it. Now I'm here. It feels awkward talking to a room full of strangers about what seemed to be a random one-night stand at the time. Not to mention that even though the Latina had made an impression on you for sure, the face is already fading from your mind. You realize she never even told you her name. She didn't? I thought her name was like Jessica or Veronica or some shit. No, it's Jessica the ex. No, it does not. Or at least not familiar enough. I will continue to search after we're done here. The receptionist she spoke to may know her. That chick, she rented our room to the motel, talked to a receptionist. He might know something about her. Unlikely. Regardless, thank you for the observation. I will investigate this later. What shall I do with the fledgling, my prince? What is your recommendation, my sheriff? The traditions are clear. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall slain. Huh? Hold on. What? Stay your hand for just a moment longer, Kadar. I wish to consult my counsel on this, make sure everyone is in agreement. Of course. He seems strangely relieved. The prince leaves the main showroom, and a handful of other people follow her out. I'm about to ask this Kadir what all that talk of traditions and councils was when the red-haired woman approaches you. Okay, when the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Sophie. This is the woman who got your attention, Trey? She bad. Sheriff, I was wondering if I could have a word about your food with the fledgling. What for? She lowers her voice in response. Come now, Kadir. Kadir, right? Quadir? Q. Come now, Q. We all know what the verdict is going to be. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stay your hands tonight after all. Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for domination, anger, sadness, hope, gratitude. So, I'll go get my sword. He steps out of the room the way you came. You are left in the showroom with the woman in the red dress. She takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you. Well done, fledgling. You are in quite the pickle. What do you mean, what was that about the sword? Nigga, did you not listen to anything the prince said? You're going to die. What does it mean? I still don't understand what my crime is here. I didn't do anything. personality. Me, I didn't do anything. Poor thing. This really isn't your fault. But if you want to get out of here in one piece, you need to understand one crucial fact that seems to have eluded your grasp. Last night, you became a vampire. Really? You don't say. It's not like I was, drinking blood for fun and shit. Wait, what? Oh yes, I'm well aware of how ridiculous it sounds. It's the reason why we have these nicer words for it. Kindred. Being embraced. Having a sire. The fact remains. The beings called vampires, you're looking at them. They're us. You glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you, commenting on you in hushed tones. Many of the patrons are pale. Of what? What's your honor? Pale. Really pale. What's whole glasses of wine? No, not wine. That's not the right thickness. Not the right color either. You know what it is. It makes a morbid kind of sense. You drink blood last night. There's no denying it. Your breathing has not returned. Your heart remains still. Vampire. Two voices in your head start battling for supremacy. One of them slowly begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together. Come to a conclusion that no matter how insane it might seem, nothing but what she's saying makes sense. The other voice just keeps saying, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" on repeat. You're surprised. This is often how it plays out by design. Q deliberately keeping you in the dark and all. If you do nothing, you'll be cut down. As sure as day follows night. But I'm here to offer you a chance. A way out. Under one condition. I will take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight and your deference. To Q will work in your favor. She might agree to this, but only if you swear featly to me. I can't read, bro. I'm sorry. I am not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect on me. If they reflect negatively, well, I will make sure to face the consequences. Look at me, sir. So let me get this straight. You'll make me your servant in exchange for my life? That's the deal? If you insist on putting it in such pedestrian terms. Yes, that is the deal, as you so eloquently put it. The alternative is, I fear, final death at the hands of Q. Here, tonight. Steps and hushed voices can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and the council return to the showroom. Q appears from downstairs as well and starts walking towards you. When you hear the verdict, ask to be spared. I will intervene. Never my condition. She flashes a heart-melting smile towards Q, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a curved, oriental-looking metal scabbard, fastened with a colorful sash around his waist. It would look vaguely ridiculous if it wasn't surprisingly intimidating first and foremost. Q takes his place next to you and observes as the prince takes center stage again. Loyal kindred of the New York City Camarilla have gathered here tonight. I have made my decision regarding this fledgling. She briefly addresses you. I want you to know that this is not an easy decision to make. For your part, you have not done anything to earn our ire. I do feel a genuine sorrow for what must be done. Damn, they about to take my life. We are all keenly aware that these nights we need to close our ranks and trust the wisdom of our elders and our traditions more than ever before. There is no place for tolerating dissent when our very existence is under constant threat. Although I acknowledge some of my council's divergent opinions on this. He takes a look specifically at one of the people who left the room before, a rather plainly dressed, shy-looking man whose skin has a somewhat healthier tone. He bows his head in deference. I hold the final authority of this fledgling's fate, and I declare that while the embrace might be the sire's responsibility, in our absence it is the progeny that must be punished. Since it's his final death, to be resolved presently. Q? Here's a scraping sound. I see that the sheriff has unsheathed his curved sword. It is a beautifully detailed sword blade, which you expect must be worth a small fortune. His appearance sharpens, makes you freeze up. 2 outs. Bottom of the knife. Okay. His quiet mumble is audible to nobody but you. As his eyes meet yours, you note just a hint of sadness in his countenance when it quickly vanishes to give way to grim determination. And he's out the bat. You do not get another chance to speak up. Remain silent is crazy. I want to know what. I'm not going to do that though because I'm scared. You make your choice. I'm not going to. Prince, if I may ask you to stay the sheriff's hand for a while longer. Q looks at the prince, awaiting a response. The sword is still hanging above you, threatening to fall at the moment's notice. Is there something you'd like to say, Miss Langley? Sophie Langley. Yes, if I may. At first, the prince looked somewhat annoyed at the distraction, but she stayed quiet for a while, measuring the mood of the room. The board elites suddenly look at you with aroused interest, some of them dismayed at not seeing the bloodshed, below intrigued by an unexpected twist. The prince nods. Well, let's hear it. Sophie takes a few steps forward. All eyes are on her now. It's about... I'ma stop, y'all. I'ma stop. But Q's heavy hand on your shoulder makes it clear you won't take advantage of the distraction. My prince, while the traditions are clear, I believe that the proper context should be observed in addition to the letter of our laws. This fledgling is a burden, but with proper guidance, they could become an asset to our domain. Am I to understand you are volunteering to take this sireless child under your protection? Yes, I happen to think that might hold a potential that would be unfortunate to waste. I do expect their full cooperation, of course. Whispers can be heard again, and a incredulous voice or two. A hushed, just beheaded fucker. Some suppressed exclamations of surprise. Surprise. Silence. I ask all of you to make a note of this moment. I might be persuaded to bend one tradition in this child's favor, but another will have to be enforced even more firmly in its stead. Till thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all things. Their sins are thine to endure. Are you certain that's a responsibility you wish to shoulder, Miss Langley? I am willing to guide this fledgling and add a valuable ally to our sect in the time of need, yes? In our time of need, yes. But I would like to receive the right of destruction over them, if it pleases you. Wait, hold on, Sophie. What you mean by that? What you talking about, Sophie? Sophie, you ain't tell me about this. It's clear tensions are high. It feels surreal to listen to strangers discussing your death. Or second death, apparently, and keep me silent. You decide it's for the best to let Sophie handle this alone and not interject. You have no idea how to handle this eyes wide, shut crowd. The prince looks at you as if weighing your worth. She takes another good measure of the room before she speaks again. I shall grant what you ask. Let it be known, Sophie Langley of the clan of the Rose will become this fledgling's patron. They shall be considered like sire and child. Miss Langley will take full responsibility for them, and I grant her the right of destruction if she sees fit to use it. What is right of destruction? You're gonna kill me, huh? Let my intentions be clear, however. If I am to turn a blind eye to one of the most important traditions on this occasion, I expect it to be beneficial to the Camarilla. Substantially so. Hope you find this verdict satisfactory, Miss Langley? Of course, Prince. Thank you. Very well. She turns to you. What is your name, child? Just say United. She nods. Welcome to the Camarilla, Trey. Now, this evening provided to be even more eventful than I anticipated, but with the fledgling's fate decided, I believe our meeting can be concluded. Thank you all for appearing on such short notice. Give my regards to those who couldn't make it. Q, a moment of your time before I let you return to your duties? Of course, Prince. He shoots you a side glance that doesn't leave much space for interpretation. You'll be watched, you'll be judged, and if need be, you'll be punished. The two of them leave the gallery. Well, Trey, I think we've both already managed to significantly improve each other's evenings. Let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? I think we should have a toast to a new fruitful partnership. She raises her hand at one of the well-dressed concierges who have now reappeared in the showroom to refill the guest glasses. Conveniently is crazy. The conveniently handsome man approaches with a red liquid. He pours it into two tall glasses. Split again. That much is clear. You're in two minds about drinking it, but the memory of last night's hunger makes you wince. Take a tentative sip. You expected the same plan that you tasted a few hours ago, but this one you can actually savor. It's smoky and warm, making you think of a cozy cabin in the woods. It does strike you as a strange image for your mind to jump to when drinking human blood. But it is what it is. You've never tasted anything like it. Do you like it? I think NYC caterers have very boring ideas about what good blood should taste like. Okay, apologies. You must have so many questions. While we're on the topic, perhaps we should start with those related to sustenance. Oh, okay. I'm gonna end it there. Bro, I've been playing this game for 55 minutes and it doesn't feel like it. This is It's a game. It's a game, man. This is cool. This is cool. I like this. I like this. It's a visual. It's a visual novel ish type thing, and I'm a vampire. I don't really got much to say so far because I haven't really learned anything except for why this game's so kinky, bro. Like, what's up with that? Like, like, nigga, the like third person in the game I talked to wanted me to address him as sir. I'm not doing that. I wish I would have known that I could have fought this guy and got no repercussions for it. I'd probably still be here, like where I'm at now. I don't know though, cause you know, what I'm saying, I wanted to, but I didn't, cause my ex girlfriend's life is on the line, and even though the bit probably did me wrong, you know, I can't just throw her life away, cause I loved her at one point. So, but yeah, that's vampire. Vampire something. I still don't know the rest of the game. My throat hurt. I'm gonna end it right there. Yeah, vampire part one. I'm gonna finish this game up because it's a short game. I think this game looks like 3 gigabytes, so there's no way this game could be incredibly long. Um, vampire. Tell me what you're thinking. It's like 3 o'clock, so I apologize for my stuttering and of the words and not being able to read and articulate myself correctly. My throat hurt. Make sure to hit that like button, bro. Hit that subscribe button. I see you watching the videos, bro. You don't hit the like button. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to tell you to do that. Do it. Like, I know you might be a little bit immersed in the video, but like, go ahead and hit that like button, bro. Until next time, bro. Lots of love. My throat hurt. Better go to sleep. Have a good night. Good day. Good time. Love y'all. Peace out.